All right, here we go. A lot to look at on a light Thursday night, right, in the NBA, but there's a big one that we're going to hit right away, and that's the Bucks and the Celtics. Biggest thing you have to keep in mind when you're looking at betting totals, back-to-backs, taking advantage of a team that just went to overtime against another good team. That's always a key indicator here that you can jump on a little edge. So let me show you. That's our first leg. This is going to be easy. I promise you today, as we only have a couple of games really to choose from. The number one leg for us is to go under this total in Milwaukee. Look, as I mentioned, Boston needed overtime, right? But they also needed a comeback in the fourth just to force overtime. That's going to be big. Legs getting a little tired here. We'll see if anybody sits, right? We can pretty much anticipate Al Horford, Kristaps Porzingis missed last night. So maybe it's Jaylen Brown, maybe Derek White. Somebody else is going to sit, maybe because of all the minutes that were played, 40 minutes north for some guys. So yeah, absolutely. I'm not worried about a full, healthy, rested Celtics team coming into this game. That doesn't exist. On the other side, Damian Lillard is back. How does that help them defensively? I think it helps them control the game a little bit more. Boston just not really up for it as far as the legs are concerned. Doesn't mean that Milwaukee blows them out, but it means that Lillard comes back a little rested, a little focused, took some time off of personal reasons, missed last game. But I think it's more just that allows Milwaukee to score against Boston. It doesn't just keep them in as far as like a stranglehold is concerned. Biggest difference, right? That's probably the biggest thing for me to attack, which is, all right, I'm not seeing any letdown. Even if Boston comes in and wins this game, they're going to do it on the defensive side. So kind of take advantage of that right away. Let's look at what else is going on here in this league as we welcome you in. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. Goes a mile. At Shander shows how you can follow and yell at me on Twitter by all means. It is our NBA parlay, but that's the biggest thing that I saw that I wanted to jump in for you right away. I got some stuff. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. BetMGM, all good before my kid goes nuts and crazy in the background. But second leg is the Knicks. It's the Knicks, minus 3.5. Beautiful here because OddsShopper, we can shop odds. You can find different games, all the different plays and where you're going to specific books. MGM has it at 3.5. Pretty much everybody else has moved on to 4. Why? Because Grant Williams may not play. Well, okay, Grant Williams. Come on, Grant Williams. Everybody else is out. Like no Luka, Kleber's out. Like you already knew, right, from that standpoint. But Dallas missing a bunch of guys. Kyrie Irving comes in and really the lone catalyst for offense. I don't see them keeping up with the Knicks team that's been able to do it a couple of different ways over their 5-game win streak. Beat a good team, Minnesota, knock off Philadelphia, not let down to a Washington, not let down to Portland. I don't know why all of a sudden they would let down here in Dallas. New York still needs to keep, they need to keep pace here in this East. I think this is actually a really good spot for the Knicks to continue and push this win streak to 6. So we'll take them on the road in this parlay. Now, for those of you who are always wondering, all right, well, why don't you do this? Take the money line a little safer. That's fine. And that's why I started with the 3.5 because I'm okay adding this to 3.5. But for the show here, I think just the Knicks winning this game, 3.5, as I've mentioned, and those of you who know, 3, that full possession. So we're just over the hook there. I'm okay laying the 165 here, knowing that we're getting at least the money line from the best spread. But Knicks minus 165 under 242.5. Knicks win again. That's the biggest thing here. So we've got one more leg to really look at, right? One more leg to kind of take advantage and see where we can bounce around. I think for me, and again, this is all about trying to take advantage of circumstance, maybe more so than anything else. But what can we do with a good team taking on a bad team? Like a really good team in Oklahoma City who's won 2 straight, taking on that Trailblazers team. I mentioned they were victims in that 5-game swing for the earlier game with the Knicks. But Portland comes off a loss, before that a win, so they've been a little up and down, right? That game against Brooklyn, this ridiculous overtime win against Brooklyn, everything else has been pretty much the norm here. I don't know why they wouldn't get blown out. I really don't. Letdown, disappointment, something along those lines, I don't see it. So I'm looking at the Thunder here, minus 12.5. And I'm thinking, all right, well, that's juicy. That's a huge number. The Thunder love to turn over their opponent. Definitely the Blazers on the road are going to be struggling here. As you can tell, by the way, I don't have Wi-Fi, so we're doing this all on the hotspot. That's why there's a lag, and that's why I'm also doing it in like the same room as when my kids playing. And it's amazing because no matter how much we put on Paw Patrol, it just doesn't matter. See? So the Thunder. Do you want the Thunder or the total? Do you want the Thunder or the total?
A total.
Okay, we'll do the total here. So we're going to go under 235.5 because even with the blowout, we don't think that it's going to happen. And plus 485. All right? Plus 485 is your parlay. Again, here it is for you on BetMGM. We put it up there. We put it together. It is. All right. I'll see you later, buddy. Put it up there for you. And I think the biggest thing, too, is knowing that we're going to do this here as well. $5 get 158 back in bonus bets instantly. Click the link below. Simple, easy. 21 or older, gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Sign up, get 158 back. Even if this parlay misses, you'll get that right back into your account. So do that. We have OddsShopper below, a link where you can sign up and get a nice little deal there to continue to shop some odds. I got to go. As you can hear, I'll see you tomorrow.